Try to tickle yourself right now. Go on, dig your fingers into your ribs. Nothing. No jolt, no squirm, no laugh. And it's not because you're used to your own hands. It's because a machine inside your skull already saw it coming and spoiled the surprise before your fingers even moved. That failed tickle is the sound of your brain running a simulation milliseconds ahead of your own body. It happens thousands of times a day. Every time you scratch your nose, every time you reach for a cup, your brain predicts the motion before your hand obeys. You never notice because it's too fast to catch. So here's the question that should be bothering you. Why does a stranger's finger on your ribs turn you into a helpless, giggling mess, while your own finger, same spot, same pressure, does absolutely nothing? Same nerves, same skin, same touch. The difference isn't in your ribs. It's in a prediction engine buried at the base of your brain. Here's the number that makes it real. Your brain forecasts your own movements roughly 100 milliseconds before they happen. 1/10 of a second of the future, generated fresh, every second you're alive. You are, quite literally, always living slightly behind a version of yourself that already knows what's next. The engine doing this has a name. The cerebellum. That dense little knot at the back of your head holding more than half your brain's neurons in a fraction of its space. Think of it as your body's fortune teller. Every time your brain fires a command to your muscles, move the hand, curl the fingers. The cerebellum quietly keeps a copy of that order. Scientists call it an efference copy. In plain English, a spoiler. A leaked script of what your own body is about to do. And using that spoiler, your brain predicts exactly what the touch will feel like, then cancels it out before you ever feel it. Sounds like a nice theory. Somebody actually proved it. In 1998, a neuroscientist named Sarah-Jayne Blakemore at University College London slid people into a brain scanner and did something wonderfully strange. She built a machine that could tickle your palm, sometimes triggered by your own hand, sometimes by the robot alone. And the scanner didn't lie. When the touch came from outside, a region called the somatosensory cortex lit up like a city at night. When you caused the exact same touch yourself, it went dark. Muted. Your brain saw it coming and turned the volume down. Same touch, same skin. One feels electric, one feels like nothing. The only difference is who your brain thinks is doing it. But Blakemore wasn't done, and this is where it gets impossible. She added a delay. She rigged the machine so that when you moved your hand, the tickle arrived a fraction of a second later than your brain expected. She broke the timing. She desynchronized you from your own prediction, and something that should not happen, happened. With just a 200 millisecond lag, people could suddenly tickle themselves. Read that again. 1/5 of a second of delay, and your own hand starts to feel like a stranger's. The touch stops being me and becomes someone else, purely because it arrived off schedule. The prediction failed, the mute switch never flipped, and the sensation came roaring in at full volume. You didn't change, your timing did. And that was enough to make you feel invaded by your own fingers. So why would evolution build something this elaborate just to ruin tickling? It didn't. Tickling is the side effect. The real job is survival. Your world is drowning in sensation, your clothes on your skin, your tongue against your teeth, your own footsteps, your own breath. If your brain screamed about all of it equally, you'd never notice the one thing that matters. So the cerebellum mutes the predictable. It silences everything you caused to save the alarm bells for everything you didn't. The spider on your neck, the hand you didn't expect, the threat. Your brain isn't ignoring your own touch, it's clearing the stage for the unknown. And here's the dark edge nobody warns you about. This system can break. In people living with schizophrenia, researchers found something eerie. Many of them can tickle themselves. The prediction engine misfires. The brain stops reliably stamping its own actions with the label "This is me." And when that stamp fails, your own movements start to feel like they belong to someone else. A hand that isn't yours, a voice that isn't yours, a will that isn't yours. That same tiny mechanism that steals your tickle may be part of what holds you together as a single unified self. Lose it, and the border between me and not me begins to dissolve. Now let it turn back on you. That predictor never sleeps. It's why you can't surprise yourself with your own joke. You already knew the punchline. It's why you can't genuinely scare yourself in a mirror. It's why the world feels so relentlessly, boringly familiar. You're not experiencing life as it lands. You're experiencing your brain's guess of it, made a tenth of a second early and almost always right. So sit with what that actually means. Everything you're feeling this instant, this screen, this chair, the weight of your own body, none of it is the raw present. It's a forecast. Your brain built a model of this moment before it arrived, and you are living inside the model, not the moment. You have never once touched the world. You've only ever touched your prediction of it. A tickle is just the rare glitch where the guess comes back wrong, where reality slips past the forecast and hits you unfiltered, and for half a second you feel something real, which leaves you with a question you can't unhear. If everything you've ever felt was a prediction your brain made before it happened, then in your entire life, have you experienced a single true present moment? Or has the real world been arriving a tenth of a second late every day to a person who was never actually there to feel it? Go on, try to tickle yourself, that nothing you feel is the only honest thing your brain has never seen coming.